Good afternoon, YouTube, and welcome to another video. Welcome to the channel. My name is Lourens Breytenbach, and today we're going to just talk about school, and we're going to discuss my book, and we're going to talk about exams. And the pain points I want to touch on today are exam anxiety, parent interference, and teacher lack of communication. Now, I've got the book here, and as you can see, it's the Successful Student's Guide to the Galaxy. The Navigating the Academic Universe with Confidence and Purpose. And it's two books in one, really. It's Don't Panic and Back on Earth, which is the workbook. And if you look at it, inside, there's quite a few exercises. It's not just reading, there's images, and you have a whole lot of information there to help you as a student, as a learner, to study. Right? It's 230 pages, and this is the soft back. You can get it on Amazon. I'll put the link in the description. And then over here, I've got the hardcover. And this is particularly nice because you've got that more expensive look and the yellow sort of cream pages. So I'm quite impressed with how it came out. It arrived in the mail today from the United States of America. I'm quite proud, and I'm really glad that it came out nicely. It took a while to get here, but you can get this book. I'm very proud of it. The Successful Student's Guide to the Galaxy. Now, people ask me, what is it with the galaxy already? Can you explain that, please? And yes, I can. In fact, if I just look back here, I will find it. And I didn't prepare to do this. Oh, please be at hand. Let me look for it. It's the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, viewers. Here it is. And it's by Douglas Adams. And it's probably the best book I've ever read. Except the Bible, of course. Douglas Adams. I wonder if you can zoom in. The ultimate Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, which has the 4-book. It was, of course, a trilogy in 4 parts. But I think this one has the 5 books in it. And if you want to get out of depression, teenagers, or mom and dad, or you want to just feel better, and you want to laugh at life again, please get this book. Get it anywhere you can. Read it. It's 4 different books, and it's absolutely mind-blowingly funny. But that's where the inspiration comes from for my Galaxy. So the Galaxy series is basically a homage to Douglas Adams, because he said, don't panic, with friendly letters on the Hitchhiker's Guide. It's the only thing you need. And Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, of course, is an endless resource that tells you how everything works. There's a movie also. The movie wasn't so great, but the book is awesome. So this is the first book in the series. There will be at least three more. This is one for students. And then the second one will be for teachers, helping you to prepare for that difficult class, for those parents who are not very forgiving, and for those days that you just don't feel like getting up and you just don't feel like going to school. So I hope that this will happen soon. This one took about 2 years. I don't think it will take 2 years to make another one and to create it. I've got my friends Claudie Woody and Chatty GPTBD and Grokolocky and all the other AIs. I think my favorite at the moment is Perplexity, which is a fantastic tool. If you pay a little bit of money, sorry, I keep clicking the table. It's a fantastic resource. And the reason I'm talking a little bit softer is because I got criticism for shouting in the previous video. So I'll be experimenting with my voice. Also, I've got a cold sore here. So if there's a red spot on my lip, don't worry about it. So what can I talk to you about today? I have to tell you about a student that was vaping in the school last week. And what happened was we confiscated the electronic cigarette. And then the learner came to see us and he said, listen, sir, ma'am, I need my vape back. It's actually not mine, it's my friend's. I've got another vape, which is more expensive. So I will bring you my more expensive vape. Then we'll swap. And then you give me my friend's vape so that he doesn't stay angry at me. And of course, he did bring it. And we took that one too. So now we've got both. So why am I telling you this? Not just to entertain you. This is to give you an idea of the type of learners that we are dealing with. It's the conniving and the, shall we say, dishonest lack of integrity that is shown by students. This learner was 15 years old. He is 15 years old. So my question to you is, what did his parents tell him? What did they teach him about honesty? And then in that house, what were the consequences for that learner when the parents were contacted about the vapes? Now, I'm not going to talk to you about vaping. I've written a whole article. I'm now on Substack.com and I'm placing articles and posting. The link is in the description and you can go and have a look. I did a bit of research there and the numbers are shocking when it comes to vapes. And I wonder if I can quickly get it on the screen here in front of me because I'm sitting at the computer and I wonder if I can call it up very quickly. There it is right at the top. And I'm going to scroll down quickly and read just one paragraph for you about vaping. It says here, numbers don't lie. 38% of those learners that were reported on, 38% vape. That's more than a third. 47% take a hit within the first hour of waking. 1/4, that's 25%, feel anxious or angry when they can't. And globally, it's the same story. It says here 1.63 million United States middle and high school students still vape. And in 2024, this is 2024, with the daily dose use rising sharply among those who continue. So the nicotine addiction amongst our young people is rife. Now, please don't quote me on this because I am not an expert on anything medical, but I have a feeling that vaping is worse than smoking a cigarette. Somebody somewhere told me that the little molecules of that vape cloud go into the alveoli and the little globules, those little airbags inside your lungs, and they cannot come out. They bond and they form scar tissue immediately. Whereas if you use a different type of cigarette, then you can cough out the tar and the chemicals, most of it, some of it at least. Please do your own research because I think I might be talking nonsense now, but that is what I remember and I recall hearing. So parents, please, there is a big problem with vaping. Anxiety is not going to be helped with chemicals. When your doctor prescribes medication, that's a different story. Please use the medication if a doctor prescribes it. Please make sure that if a doctor prescribes medication for you, that you stick to it because they have been trained. But as a layperson and as a teacher of 30 years, parents, learners, teachers, I can tell you there's nothing good about smoking. I'll never forget when my mom caught me smoking for the first time. I'm going to switch over to Afrikaans in a minute, but I'll put a translation on the screen for you. I sat in a tree, I think I was 13 or 14, sat in a tree with my dad's Rembrandt van Rijn cigarettes. And I took a deep breath because I climbed the tree in the backyard and I nearly fell out. And I will never forget the shock and that awful, awful taste. Peer pressure, right? I have to try this. What's wrong with you? Take a puff. Anyway, you're in grade 8, standard 6. So I walk into the house and my mom smells that I'm smelling of smoke. And she says, Boetie, rook jy? Now, my mom passed away last year on her birthday on the 7th of May, listeners, viewers. She was a wonderful person. But when she was a younger woman, she reached the ripe age of 86. But when 40 years ago, when I was 14, smelled smoke on me, because my dad used to smoke, right? She said, Boetie, rook jy? Couldn't lie to her. Couldn't lie to my mom. So I said, ja, ma. She says, hi, my kind, kyk hoe lyk jou pa. That means, ish, my child, look at what your dad looks like. Anyway, so that's a little anecdote from my youth. So, anxiety and exams. We've read 2 chapters already. You can check out my other links in the description. Please comment and tell me what your youth experiences were when it comes to things like smoking and experimenting with chemicals. I think it's normal, but we have to tell our kids that it's bad and make sure that they don't. I mean, it's something like, I think it's something ridiculous, like $10 for a packet of 20s. In South Africa, I think it's almost $100 for a packet of cigarettes, a good packet of cigarettes. You can buy the cheapies, but they will kill you faster than anything. But I used to smoke, and I used to smoke in the army in 1990. I used to smoke as a student at the University of Pretoria, and I used to smoke socially at least for nearly 25 years. In fact, it was closer to 30 years because I started smoking when I was 20. I'm now 55. So, yeah, but I stopped 3 years ago. I stopped drinking and smoking 3 years ago. And viewers, I can tell you, it has made all the difference. I cannot tell you how much money I'm saving. In fact, I can. I have an app on my phone. I'm using it right now, of course. Duh. But if I put in some screenshots, I put in the amount of money that I saved every day by not smoking and not drinking beer and wine and whatever. And I think I've saved something like $20,000. It's more than R500,000. It's a car. It's the price of a good car that I've saved. I wish I stopped earlier, because then I would have had 2 cars. In any case, so I'm not giving you, as someone who might be a smoker, advice. I'm telling you my story. Everything changed when I stopped smoking. I got 2 promotions in 2 years. I have now lost almost 30 kilograms since January this year. I have paid off all my debt. So yeah, this is something that's really important for you to know. Okay, I'm going to stop there. That's the first part of a little mini series. I'll carry on next time.